Hello everyone, it is Erin Flita here, and I am here setting up my goal planning notebook for the year of 2022 and for the current quarter from January to March 2022. So for those that don't know, I moved out to a new notebook in 2021. For me, it didn't make sense anymore to have my goals in a planner that changes every 6 months. So I decided to move into a new notebook, and that is this square Archer and Olive. And I love this notebook. I love the width of the notebook. It's not something that I think I could do for my everyday planning. I'm used to my A5 and my B5 notebooks. I could get used to this too. Anyways, regardless, I have my goal setting in its own notebook because I feel like as a 31-year-old, I need to make sure that I am setting long-term goals for myself. I have to think about the future as an adult. It stinks, but you gotta do it. So I am doing my first review for 2021 and setting my goals for 2022. And so in this review page, I set up an intentions page at the beginning of 2021. I'll go ahead and link to that video. And basically, I'm doing a review of those intentions, and that is the same thing that I am doing on this next page, my intentions for 2022. So the questions I asked myself were, what could I use more of in my life? What could I use less of in my life? What characteristics would I like to nurture? 3 habits that I want to develop, and what my word of the year is. So I already talked about this a little bit in my 2022 bullet journal setup video, but I chose the word embrace for my 2022 word of the year. And mostly that's because I want to be able to embrace anything that happens. I want to look at things as if this is it, this is what they are, embrace it and move forward. That's kind of what I want for my life right now. So I decided to make that my word of the year, and I go back and I fill in all of those questions and things like that. I did that off camera just because, for me, there's a lot of things that I'll record on camera that's way tougher for me to do on camera, and that's doing things like thinking about my goal settings and then editing it afterwards. A lot of times when I write, I like to have my head over the paper. I can't do that, obviously, when I am filming. So that's some of the kind of stuff that I like to do off camera. So I'll do a flip through later on to show you what all I came up with for everything. But now I am setting my annual goals. I did keep this exactly the same as my 2021 annual goals, where I separated into 8 different sections: personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, business, financial, and my physical environment. So I created 5 annual goals for each section. Most of these goals are very simple goals. That's why I'm able to do so many of them. For example, in my personal, one of my goals is to create monthly goals. So that's super, super easy. So sometimes I forget to do these types of things though. So it's nice to look back at these goals and make sure that I'm doing even the easy things. Fun and recreation, for example, is like go away on a vacation. That is something that I want to do this year because I have not left the state. Well, I went to New Jersey, but other than that, I have not left the state. So I would really like to go into a different state other than New York and do something, I don't know, fun maybe. We'll see. The world kind of is on fire, so who knows if that's a thing that I'm able to do. But regardless, that's what I want to do. So I have all of those annual goals laid out. And then I have this level 10 life. I sell these stickers in my shop. It has both of the level 10 life headers as well as the circle. And then there's an additional level 10 life script sticker sheet that has some of these like personal fun, recreation, things like that. Some headers for the level 10 life. So again, I fill this out all off camera, but basically what I did is I just used the Moxie Life assessment and score sheet, and I copied it onto my planner, and then I set a certain amount of rings per that assessment. So basically, if each assessment has 8 different items, and then if I feel like I'm doing really, really well, I'll also add like an extra ring for that. For example, my health and wellness is going really, really well right now. So I only scored myself a 6, but I gave myself 10 rings, or not 10 rings, 7 rings, because I felt really good about where I'm at health and wellness wise. And here you can see it kind of all filled out. I'll, again, show you a little bit slower later on. And so that is all of my annual things. The level 10 life I kind of do every quarter so that I'm kind of reassessing how things are going. I can add rings, all that kind of stuff. I can take away rings. So I kind of do a new level 10 life every quarter. But this particular page is for my quarterly goals. So I have 3 goals for the quarter per category. So I have personal, fun and recreation, etc., etc. So I use the progress bars. Those are the stickers that are from my shop. And I set 3 goals for each section for the quarter. Again, some of these are a little bit more in depth than the ones for my annual goals, but most of them are pretty simple at the end of the day and something that I feel is manageable for me to be able to do all of these goals. Again, for example, my quarterly goal, one of my quarterly goals is setting monthly goals. Apparently I can't talk right now. For fun and recreation, it's like going to the Mets home opener. Well, I already bought the tickets for that game. So that's something that I know I'm going to do. Well, hopefully, given the, pandemic or something like that. So hopefully I will do it, but I have already bought the tickets for that game. So these are things that I'm already planning on doing. And for the fun and recreation, I love that category because it's making sure that not only are you doing things, that are goals towards a lot of different areas of your life, financial goals, all that kind of stuff, but also to make sure that you're also checking in and making sure you're having fun also. So I set out 3 goals for each thing, and then I did like this fun design at the bottom of this page. I really love the rainbow theme just because it's so versatile. There's so much you can do with it. And honestly, for some reason, all of the words that I've been using work out almost exactly to the colors that I need. So quarterly goals, you'll see, starts with red and ends with pink, which are all of the colors that I use. And so did my word of the year for the last 2 years. So the year before was balance, and then this year is embrace. And for some reason, um, the colors just ended up working out that it was red through pink. So that was a happy accident for sure. So I did this little design here at the bottom. I keep switching it up, and I really like coming back to the rainbow design because it's so classic, it's so perfect, it's so happy, and so it's something that I don't get bored of. So I get really excited to go back and do another rainbow theme every quarter. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys got a lot out of this video. I had a lot of fun working on this and thinking about my future yet again, and I hope that you all get some inspiration from this as well. I will link Moxie Life below because that is where I got a lot of my particular goal setting when it comes to level 10 life and the assessment and things like that. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.